Hello, my name's Daniel and I co-founded the YWF about a year ago with Nicholas Rowe. I'm in Australia and he's in the USA. All I can say is, holy crap, what a year. We have grown a lot more than I think any of us expected to. This week, on the 5th to be exact, we are celebrating our first birthday as the YWF. I also do the After This, a unification podcast, which is a World Federalist podcast, obviously, and recently had its 65th episode, so that has been going very reliably for a year as well, or more than a year actually. You can find it on Apple Podcasts or Spotify if you haven't been listening to it already, and Podcast Addict, and we also host it on a service called Whooshka, which you can find on Facebook, the website, and a few other places. So I definitely encourage you to go check that one out. But first, I thought I'd just share a few of the earliest snippets that me and Nick shared when we were setting up the YWF. There's some conversations that we had in Slack. So the first one I'm going to show you is what you're probably seeing now, which is where we decided to start the YWF and what to call it. And you can see how much of a enormous official ceremony that was between the two of us. As you can see, to describe it as ad hoc in the beginning was a bit of an understatement. We just recognized that there was a need for something that didn't really exist yet, and we thought we'd come in and try to make it ourselves, and it seems to be working. We started this initially with the idea of prototyping and demonstrating the sort of things that the World Federalist movement could be doing if it operated more in the online space and, really took charge of its marketing and social media and everything else. And it's definitely turned out that we were onto something, because we've really grown really quickly and now our ideas are spreading and they're being adopted, which is amazing to see. One thing I'd really like to highlight is the sticker campaign that we did. We basically handed out stickers to World Federalists all over the world and got them to go put them up in their cities. As you can see from the pictures across your screen right now, we got them into quite a few places, and I loved seeing that, but it was interrupted by the pandemic, and it's the sort of thing that we want to get onto again to really communicate how widespread this movement actually is. And that's the thing, everything that we've done reaching out over this past year, we've found World Federalists everywhere. We've found people who believe in humankind and unification and the growth and cooperation of the species. And it's been everywhere, and it's been amazing to see how much has come out of the woodwork just by asking the question. So, happy birthday, YWF!
Hi, my name is Nick, and I co-founded the YWF with Daniel Blewett approximately 366 days ago. Since then, we've grown our team of volunteers to more than 20 people, grown our social media following to more than 6,000, and signed up more than 100 members. Just a few weeks ago, I helped organize our first event, a demonstration in New York City just across the street from the UN headquarters. While we're still small, I'm very proud of the work we've done, and I think that what we'll accomplish in the next year will make it pale in comparison.
Hello, I'm Eston, and I'm an American, but I live in Berlin. I've been a member of YWF since around August of 2020. I started by managing the Twitter, and then I helped with the website text, and then I realized that I could help with the organization of YWF. So for around 2 months, I've been making a ton of documents in a Google Drive. Probably too many documents, I must admit. And then I helped Nick and Daniel figure out the overall structure of the organization. Who does what and what are their roles? Nick and Daniel were doing quite a bit of work, and so I was just trying to figure out how much work and what exactly, and then putting it all into one document, and so we could help bring others on board onto the team. Recently, I was appointed to be executive director of YWF, so while I still help out with the Twitter and make a lot of documents in the Google Drive, now I also help out with policies and outreach to other organizations, strategies, and the unanswerable question of how to make World Federalism cool for young people.
The Young World Federalists have grown a lot in just 1 year. In fact, we've grown by 5,000% since we started, based on the very small number of people we had initially. So if we pulled that off twice, we'll be at 250,000 by the end of next year. It's not super likely, but it's the kind of statistic that I love to look at. Because, see, the thing is, this is one of those funny movements, and I've made this point before, where the only reason people aren't on board is because they don't think anyone else is on board. So as soon as you turn up with a whole bunch of people, suddenly a whole lot of other people join. And by showing people that there are thousands of people already involved and thousands more continuing to come, more and more people, it's exponential. Everyone we get adds another 2 or 3 people. It's crazy, and I love to see it, and I can't wait to see where this is going to end up. Because there's 6,000 of us after only 1 year. 6,000 people that I can call as at least supporters of the movement. Are you going to be one of the people that joins when it's right? Or just when it's easy? Because if you believe in it, the right time is always right now. So, I'll see you soon. Thanks very much.